How you doing, YouTube? Silver Joker here. Took a trip down to Main Street Coin here, talked to Clay. Larry's out. He's having surgery on his knee, so we're going to keep him in our prayers. I guess he had a knee replacement. That can't be fun. But anyway, so I talked to Clay a little bit about the current economy and where silver is and a little bit about the dip. And he gave me some of his perspective on that, and I'll share that with you guys. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about just staying encouraged. Keep buying silver. I mean, that's what we're doing. Doesn't matter when the dip comes. The dip just means we get to buy more silver. So if you're interested in any of that, stick around.
Yeah, I noticed gold had strong support around the 1750 to 1785 area,
Yeah.
also around 1850. We bounced off at 1850, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows if the selling is done, but there's definitely been some dollar strength all of a sudden. I don't think people were counting on. I tend to think that people will react to whatever is in their event horizon, and for a lot of people, that's really close to their face.
Yeah.
So I look for that run to precious metals out of the dollar to happen at some point here in the near future, but it's anybody's guess as to the moment when it's going to happen, I guess.
True, and I think that's true for a lot of things, especially when it comes to precious metals. It's just one of those things that, it's just, for one thing, there's a lot of just people don't understand what it is, for one thing. Mm-hmm. And if things are tolerable, people are more inclined to just tolerate them until they can't anymore. So,
in the Federal Reserve's notes this week, if you listen carefully, they were kind of throwing their hands up and saying, well, we've done what we can do. We need more fiscal stimulus for this economy. So that's kind of a dangerous place for the markets to be.
I agree.
When the Fed has crammed everything as low as they can go, interest rates, and they've got their balance sheet over $6 trillion, headed towards $7 trillion. And I think the market's begging for more fiscal stimulus. It really is, and they're going to get it probably. And I look for that to blast metals to the roof.
I'm taking all the precautions I can possibly take, buying a lot of precious metals and
I think we have
stocking up.
We have to look down the line, as the American people, and wonder what happens when interest rates skyrocket on $25 trillion worth of soft debt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you get to print money to pay the interest on your debt. That's when it unravels. Look, we are a confidence-based monetary system like every other one that is fiat. And the one thing you can't have happen is confidence to erode in the system or in the currency itself.
Yep.
Those undermine the validity of the value of the currency.
I agree.
Yep.
How do you prepare? What do you prepare with? Well, I'm gonna prepare with buying lots of precious metals.
I think it's a wise thing to do.
Yeah.
This is a form of personal money that is credit, not debt.
Right.
And that's the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no debt attached to gold and silver.
Right.
Once it's mined, it's money. It's the monetary metals allow us as citizens to be our own central bank.
Absolutely.
And there's, that kind of freedom, there's no replacement for it. Not in my mind.
That's a good way to look at that. That is a very good way to look at that. That's absolutely right. I mean, I get to decide what direction I go with my wealth if I got it protected in something with intrinsic value. And I think that's where we're going with that. All right, Clay, well, this is what I'm taking today. I appreciate your time, man. Always come down here for good advice because you always get it. But you've been doing this for a long time, so I would expect good advice from you. A lot of requests for when you're going back down to Main Street Coin, and I'm here.
Good. Yeah.
Where's Larry at today? He decided to.
Larry had to have another knee surgery.
Oh man, yeah, I remember
Larry's
he was talking about
spending his
that.
fall and winter recovering, most likely, unfortunately.
Oh man,
But
Larry, I saw him walk. He walked from back there to up here, and he looked like he was having a pretty difficult time.
He was having a rough time.
Poor guy.
He's healing up well, though, I hear.
Well, let him know I asked about him, if you would, and we can't wait to see him back here. So, thank you very much, Clay. I appreciate that, and let's go ahead and make this happen.
Okay.
All right, so if you talk to 5 different people, you're going to get 5 different perspectives, 5 different opinions on what you should be doing and how you should be preparing for what is absolutely going to happen, going to come. There's going to be some reaction to all that's happened over this year. There's no way around that. Nature, hates a void, hates a vacuum. And that vacuum that was created with this gap that we all went through when we put everything on hold because of the world health situation, there's going to be a filling of that gap, and it's going to come. So the best way to prepare for that is to put your finances someplace safe, someplace that's going to be outside the reach of individuals with individual motives and whatever. So we know that silver, well, precious metals in general, have intrinsic value. So it's going to have value no matter what happens around us. That silver is always going to be silver, and it's always going to have value. So we put our money there because we know it's a safe place to put our money, especially now. And with silver prices being low, or at least silver spot price being low, we should be able to add a few more ounces to our stack. So, I just want to make these videos and try to keep you guys encouraged. We're working on this new channel, as you guys know, and I'll give you all the particulars of that in our next joint podcast, which is coming up very shortly. And I'll go over the rules for, submitting your entry, because as you know, or maybe you don't know, we are asking you guys to help us name our channel. So you really want to get involved in that. And how you do that is you just submit your entry to either my or Silver 5150's P.O. Box. And you can find my P.O. Box on the About page, which is really the bio page. And on that page, it'll tell you exactly how you can send something to my P.O. Box. The whole address is there. So anyway, like I said, I didn't want to make this video too long. Just want to touch base with you guys, kind of give you some encouragement, say, we're going to keep on pushing on. The silver train is rolling. Nothing stops a train. That's why it's the silver train. Nothing stops a train. When a train gets moving, buddy, it is moving. And you can't stop it. It's gonna roll, and we're gonna roll right with it, right? We want our ticket to ride on that train, and that ticket is just precious metals. Precious metals. You got precious metals, you got a ticket. Let's ride. And so let's just do what we do. If you got to go outside, wear a mask. I mean, it's that important. And let's just keep on stacking. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Keep stacking. Peace.